going, I reckon. We'll have to do with dirt. Look a whole lot better on camera. Yep, so what... Alright, we'll try that again. This is going to be the third video, basically, of the 12-2K challenge with Scotty from Scotty's Garage. In this video, I'm going to grab one of these two 5.3s, we'll probably get both of them out, get a good inspection going on them, find out which one, if either, are good for a rebuild, like a garage rebuild. We'll also grab, we've got a couple of pairs of heads. So there's one pair in particular that I want to use, they're not pollution Holden heads. Pull those out first. I know they're in bad condition, they've got no valves, they've got no valve springs. The other set probably is a better set, but they are pollution heads and I don't want to run pollution gear on this build. I just want to run no pollution heads, performance, like a performer, it'll rock manifold, no pollution gear, and Holly, and keep it as simple as I can. And yeah, I'm not sure what camshaft or anything we're going to use yet, so basically the plan is get these heads out, we'll blast them, give them like a really good pressure blast, and once I've had a good look at them, like you guys can have a look at them with me, we'll decide which ones we're going to use. If we're going to use the non-pollution heads, we'll strip the pollution heads down, take all the gear off them, transfer it over, so that'll be like valves, actually just probably the valves, retainers, bolts, that sort of thing. We won't be using springs because we've got some LT1 springs coming for it, the eBay specials, so they'll go on. Yeah, so we'll get started with these heads, show you what I've got first of all, and then we'll clean them, and then we'll go. Thank God that lawnmower's turned off. Been trying to make this video for an hour, so alright, let's get started. Also guys, I've noticed that the video and audio has been pretty average, so I decided to switch it up, and I've invested in a GoPro and a GoPro microphone. So just get through here. Hopefully the video and the audio is way better than the last few videos, and we can continue improving as we go. So yeah, as I say, this is all new to me and I'm learning as I go, and watching back the videos I've noticed they needed some improvement, and yeah, I'll do my best. I'll get this new setup, give it a try out, and if it improves things I'll work on that, and yeah, just keep making it better. So this is all a learning curve for me, and I mean I'm enjoying it. So I think that if I get this nailed, it'll take a lot of the stress out of making the videos as well, because at the moment it's quite difficult to film videos and then spend all the time doing work, and then you look back and all the footage and the audio is just not very good. So anyway, I appreciate everyone that's been watching and putting likes in and comments and subscribing, and I hope that I can start making this more entertaining for you guys and easier to watch, because I know it's been hard for me to watch some of it. Anyway, show you these heads. These are the ones that we're going to try and sort out first of all, and we'll also get out the non-pollution heads. So down here, these are the babies. They've been sitting there for a while. They were sitting at the old house for a long time. They've got, as you can see, they've got no valves in them, and full of sand, and who knows what we're going to find when we get into them. So I'll turn the camera off, I'll get these out of the shed, and we'll start washing them and see what we've got there. Might be a bit lucky, so fingers crossed, might have a good set of heads. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute. So these are the heads. They're non-pollution, old like red motor 253308 standard heads. They're untidy to say the least. I don't know where these were kept. I can't even remember where I got these out of. They're in storage for a while, but they'll get us where we're going. I reckon we'll have to degrease them down. They're pretty average. Full of dirt, but they don't look like they've got any cracks in them from what I can see. And it just looks like somebody's probably, or me, might have pulled them apart at some point, and that's as far as they got. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've done anything with these, anything at all. So, yeah, I'll get the pressure cleaner out and blast these down, have a good look at them. Be back in a sec. Well, there they are. They're pressure blasted, and sprayed some CRC on them, some penetrant, get them cleaned right up. They don't look too bad. They'll come up with a clean up. I think better than I thought they were going to be. I'll just I'll just have to wait and see. Hey Ricky. Oh God. Is that not fucking record? Alright, take two. Must not have pressed record. So these are the ones that I'm going to use, the valve springs, valves, retainers and collets. And alright, take three. So these are the valves that I'm going to use all the valve gear off of, not the springs, just the collets, retainers and the valve stems. So after I've blasted all this stuff down, got it back in the shed and had just a brief glance at them. Something obvious stood out straight away. Hey, Ricky. So basically one of these collets has almost jumped out, so I don't know how I never had a catastrophe with this engine. So these heads were off of an old Commodore of mine, and I don't know, I beat the piss out of it basically, and never had it fail on me, didn't blow up or anything. And the bottom end did go, well, had a knock, and I didn't know what to do with it back then, how to fix it. So I just, I pulled it all apart and I realised it was worn out, so I kept the heads because I just thought, well, the heads are still good. So I kept the heads. And now, like, I haven't looked at them in 20 years or something, 15, 20 years. And I've just realised that I was lucky I never had a catastrophe because one of the collets is hanging out. And yeah, I could have let go at any time. So I'll show you that, and then I'll show you how we're going to strip these down to save the valve gear and put them onto the non-pollution heads. So just right here. That's the exhaust on probably cylinder 1 if this was at the front. Got a collet there, just ready to pop out. All the rest are flush, but not that one, so that could have been a catastrophe. It luckily wasn't. Yeah, so anyway, I'll get to pulling these apart. Going to do the most agricultural technique I know, and I'm going to hit it with a hammer and a socket. Be a different story when we put it back together, but stripping it down is just fast, and we can do it easily, so we'll get cracking on that and then come back when they're stripped. Always use a copper hammer on these, or a soft hammer, because you can damage them and then they're no good. Then you have to buy new ones, and we aren't buying new ones. So it's going to get what it's going to get. halfway there. So I'll put that one aside now. I'll strip this one and start putting the other one together. Make sure everything's all good, and yeah, that'll be the heads done. Okay guys, so we're going to be kicking it old school here. We're obviously not going to be paying anybody to do anything for us in this job. This is a 12 for 2K build, and in the spirit of that we're obviously building it as if we can't afford anything more than $2 grand. My ideas with this build is I'm imagining I don't have any more than $2 grand and I want this car on the road running and I want it to be fast. You know, you've set yourself a $2 grand budget, you've got to stick to it, you're going to get this car on the road and it's going to run 12 for $2 grand. We're going to salvage everything we have, we're going to make this happen. So I'll show you what we're going to do here. So these valves, well basically all the valve train I've taken out those pollution style heads, they're really quite bad, but that's what we have, so we're going to run them. And just upon inspection on these valves, they're pretty badly corroded, but I think we can make them work, and hey, we don't have money to be buying valves, so we're going to make it work. We're going to get inside the $2 grand budget, we're going to do everything ourselves like we said in the beginning, and I'll show you what we're going to do from here. So the next step basically is we need to get these valves out of the other set of heads to seat properly in this head. So you can't just chuck them straight in, they won't seal, they'll leak, and then you won't get a good running engine. You'll get misfires, you'll get all kinds of things going on. So yeah, I'll give you a close up of this valve. You'll see the sort of condition that it's in and what we're going to do with it to combat that. So here we go. So as you can see here, this valve is very, very corroded and pitted, but we're going to make it work, boys and girls. This is going to work. The stem doesn't have a lot of wear. The head doesn't really have that much wear. It's mainly corrosion. I don't know what's happened here, but these have been sitting around and they've just rusted away. So stick around. So we want to get all the corrosion off of these valves, so we're going to get stuck in with the wire brush and see how good they can come up. Not really, boys. We're going to rip out this girl. This one here is going to do the trick for us. Before we do that, this is probably a good time to touch on PPE. So I don't want to seem like I'm trying to be anyone's dad or anything like that, but I wish somebody had mentioned this to me when I was a lot younger. You cannot get your hearing back once it's gone. So in this trade, there's epidemic of what do they call it? Industrial deafness, and that's a type of deafness in tradies induced by use of power tools over an extended period. So yeah, if you can avoid it, and if you can't avoid it, wear your earplugs. Also, you want to get yourself a good pair of safety glasses. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for wearing them, because they're your eyes and they're your ears, and you only get one set, and once they're gone, they're gone. So wear it, trust me. Alright, let's get cracking with these valve stems. Alright, this probably isn't going to look a whole lot better on camera. We've got that corrosion off of there. And on the back here we've gotten rid of all the carbon. Just, if you're going to be doing this at home, just focus on getting the parts off that you need to. Like, don't go running your grinder up here or anything like that. We want to just stay down in the areas down here
where you actually have your build up, you don't want to be starting to get involved in any of this up here. This is not it's not going to get you where you want to go. So yeah, this is what we're working with. We'll do one on camera, then I'll do the rest, because I don't really think you guys need to hang around and watch every single one of them. And yeah, that's it. Next thing we're going to do is get into lapping in our valves. So we've got the tried and true grinding paste, and this one here, it's this is just an eBay one. Like I said, I was going to get everything off eBay. It's NH King, and it comes in your coarse and your fine. And basically we're going to use this first. I'm going to finish them off with the fine, and we're going to go one by one. I'll just do one for you so you can see it, and then I'll run through and do the rest. Then we'll basically have a set of heads that's ready to go back together. So here we go. Alright guys, this is what you get in the kit. You get a couple of plungers, you get a large one and a small one, so we're going to use the large one. Plonk it straight on there. You're going to put some cutting paste on your valve, under your seat here. Stick that in, and then we're going to try and start a fire basically. So it's starting a fire motion, back and forth a few times. Then we're going to put back out, we're going to check. And then do it again and again and again until it's good to go. So, cool. Here we go. And then stick around, because I'll show you a tip to make this run a lot quicker as well. Alright, so that. Doesn't need much. Really doesn't need much, trust me. Less can be more. Alright. That's the amount that you want on there. Small little bit. Get him. Little loop on there. Not much. There we go. Okay, then we'll actually pull all these out. What you're going to do is bring it over your bench here so you're comfortable. Look at that. And then back and forth. And a bit of that. Have a look. Yep. He's not wanting to go. Alright. Thought this might happen. That's why I have plan B ready to go. Which is... where is plan B? See that, boys? Yep, going away. Genuine Holden. Yep, so what we'll do is we'll keep going. We'll get this one done. Boom, 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 boom. We'll keep going. We'll do all the valves on both the heads, and then we'll start getting into the fun stuff once we've got a set of heads that can actually run. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so what we're trying to achieve here is just to get a set of heads together that will go on an engine and run. So once we've got to that stage, then we're going to skip ahead and we're going to do some match porting, and we're going to do a pocket port as well. So we want to clean these right up and have them as good as they can be in the shed. Like any of you guys could do the same exact thing. And yeah, once they're a really good set of heads for this purpose, we'll chuck them on the block, and that won't be too far away. That's probably going to be the next video, honestly, so stick around for that one. And yeah, I'll finish off lapping these valves in. Once I've lapped them in, we're still waiting on valve springs, so that'll have to be in the next video as well, but you'll get the idea of where we're at. Basically, once these are lapped in, give them a tidy up, get it bolted to the block so we can do a match porting thing with the inlet manifold, and we'll take it all back apart and we'll do some porting, get that real good, and then yeah, we're done. So stick around. There you go, guys. That's one of the cylinder heads all lapped in. Got the all the valves in order where they've come out of. Make sure you do that, because when you lap them in, they'll only go back in the hole they came from. If you start mixing them up, you're going to run into all kinds of problems. But yeah, the seats themselves came out alright. There's a couple that have got a couple of little marks on them, but from experience they'll be okay. And yeah, that's all there is to it. You just run your coarse paste through there, and then once you get it basically down to where you want it, so you've got minimal pitting, you'll just go from your coarse over to your fine, so from here to here, and then you just tidy it up. This is the gear I use if anyone wants to know. So yeah, that's the one there. So what we'll do now is I'll continue on the other cylinder head, and I'll get that all nailed down, get the valve seats all lapped in, and then on the next video we'll jump straight into porting and fitting valve springs. So come back and we'll get into it again. Cheers for watching. Like, subscribe, and please drop down some comments if you can. Like reading what you guys got to say, so yeah. Anyway, see you later.